hard for me to believe that in New York City there is not enough jobs that will work with your 9 to 5 and you can start second shift. Keep looking. You can do it. You can do, but you can't decide. You can't be just, oh, I can't save up money, and then you go out all the time and spend the money. You have to make choices. And this is one of the choices. Yes, if you go out all the time, you're not going to have that much money to save. Now, into your 401k, I would not recommend put any money into 401k, even they match 100%. Get out of the credit card debt first, okay? Save up emergency fund. First, you budget, of course. And then you put 15% of your income into retirement. Only then. Okie dokie. Moving right on. My software not working very well. Doesn't look like it. Let's see. Is it actually... Am I still live? Looks like I'm live. Budgeting. I put thumbnail budgeting, and maybe that's why nobody is here. All right. I budget without actually budgeting. Does this method work? I don't know. Does it work? Let us know. I've always budgeted this way, and it takes no time or forethought from me. People say I'm really good with money, but I never spend time on spreadsheets or apps. I'm curious why other people don't use this method. Ooh. Well, I don't know, of course, what's going on yet. We're going to take a look in a second, but the only way I can think of that happens if you make way more money or spend very little. Because then you have money on all your expenses, you being very frugal. And that's why it works for you. Okay, then you have surplus all the time. But still, you know exactly where everything is going, then there's no questions after. So basically, I take my income, subtract my regular bills, any savings I want to do, which leaves my variable expenses. I only have one credit card, so as long as I don't spend over the remaining amount, I'm good. I don't really think about it at all, other than looking at my credit card spending amount a few times a week for 5 seconds to make sure it doesn't go over the limit. See, even here, you basically saying that you don't know. You don't know until you look at your credit card to make sure you don't go over the limit. But where I'm right now, for example, I can easily be in my budget because all my bills are automated. They automatically get paid. Okay, we're not doing any extravagant. Most of the stuff that I'm doing, it's all the same. So it's not changing. So I don't need to look at my budget every day. Lately, I start taking out cash from my pocket money, and if I have something in the wallet, I can spend it. If I don't have it, I can't spend it. It's very easy. It's the same thing. No, not much thinking calories that are involved in that. And so let's keep reading. So basically, okay, we read that. Here's my personal example. After 15% 401k, health insurance, etc., I have $7K a month in New York City. See, different example. I save $600 a month for my Roth. Save a month for my Roth. I hope you don't save it, but you invest it every month. $400 a month for travel, and $2,300 a month on rent, utilities, etc. I also pay my parents $700 a month to help them out. Paid $20K for college and other super generous. College and are super generous. You would put any regular monthly bills here, car payment, student loans payment, etc. This leaves me with $3,000 a month to spend on everything else. This includes food, transportation, fun things, clothing, medical costs, etc., etc. All I do is every few days I stare at my credit card app and make sure it's not close to $3,000. I never categorize anything, and it's super easy. I never plan anything. Well, a couple things. Of course, you do not plan anything. You probably live by yourself. You are a single person, which is a benefit. Okay, and it's much. Of course, it's an advantage in this way that again, a few things you have. You know, you probably don't spend or budget money for diapers. You don't budget for anything, but you don't have bajillion categories where now your 7,000 divided even to more slices, and then it's easier to overspend here and there and everywhere else. Again, if it's working for you, it's great. It looks like you put some money away. I would stop using credit cards, but that's great. Working for you, it is great. It might not be always as simple as it is, but keep going. My only financial planning is each quarter, 6 month, or whatever, I stare at my investments and savings to see if everything works. This takes me like an hour. If I had an emergency, I add an emergency fund saving goal and reduce my whatever budget. If I needed to buy a car, etc., I do the same. Very good. I've always wondered why people categorize their budget and spend so much time financial planning, but maybe I'm not considering some things. I'm privileged. This has worked for me when I was in college and only had 15K a month, 1500 I should say, a month, 750 rent, and now here's my college budget. There you go. I usually made 15,000 during the summer internship, which I dumped towards student loans. During school year, I made 1,500 a month, tutoring 10 hours a week. Parents paid my first year tuition, which was 20,000, but I was on my own for expenses and the rest of tuition. Graduated with 10K of student loan debt, 700 rent, 30 health insurance, student fees, 20 phone, 100 savings, life insurance, life emergency, 100 travel savings. My whatever budget was 800. So that means I had 500 to spend on food, clothing, fun, 50 bus rides home, school supplies, etc. Whatever, which was plenty for me as a college student. Well, you definitely a more organized person in college. And here we looked at two different examples of budgeting in New York City. The person who prioritized their retirement, their savings, okay, then they prioritized the main things, must-haves, monthly, rent, food, stuff like that, and then from there they figured out, okay, the rest is whatever. That's one of the ways of making those big categories in budgeting.